for Charmander. Welcome everybody to another episode of Crafting a Chat. It is episode 111, like Charmander stated before. We have the usual cast, minus one person who's usually late, but I'm sure he'll be on in a couple minutes. We have Kevin. We have the president himself, Adam. We have myself, Genesis, and Destinoda, who we're waiting on, and Charmander is joining us this week, I guess. He'll probably be in the background doing his thing, and he'll chime in whenever he wants to chime in.
Dang
Um,
right.
there he goes. Gentlemen, how are we all doing this week? How are we all doing this lovely Tuesday evening? It's starting to get chilly out, I think, so our days of nice weather are limited at this point.
Good thing we
Still
play
too
this
humid.
on a video game, so we don't need to worry about weather.
This is true, Charmander. This is true. Kevin, how'd you say you were doing?
It's still too humid outside.
Oh, I mean, no. Listen, I'll take the heat any day of the week. Adam, how you doing this week?
Pretty shit, I would say.
Oh, uh-oh.
Pretty shit.
Like,
All right.
That's every
with a little
week.
pink bow on it, or like,
I see we
Comes
still
out
don't have the
polished.
family-friendly filter on. I guess that's forever gone in the dumpster. So.
This is no longer a family-friendly podcast.
Yeah, I guess not. It's in the
We are
cum
not
dumpster
on the
now,
Disney
so that's
Channel
it.
anymore.
whoa!
This is like a touchstone.
Before we
Yeah.
continue, I just
You
want to
see what I did
acknowledge
there?
that was a great joke, Kevin. That was a great joke. But it's a shit week, so I was pretty upset at it for a moment there. But
I'm
it was a
sorry.
great joke. No, you're good. You're good.
Wait, it's only Tuesday. How can you judge the week yet? It's less than half
Oh,
done.
you can.
You can judge a week. You can judge a week.
You can
You
judge
know
a
it's going to
week
be
by
one
the
of
cover.
those weeks.
Yeah. It's just one of those weeks, you know. Sunday was shit day. Couldn't do laundry, so that was cool.
Oh,
And then Monday, I had to take my car in for a recall. And then while I was at work, the place called me and were like, "Hey, by the way, we're closing at 4:30." I'm like, "I get out of work at 5." They're like, "You can come pick up your car tomorrow." And I was like, "No." And then they thankfully were nice enough to put my car key on a tire. And then thank you to Charmander, I found out Lyft is $20 cheaper than Uber, even without first-time discount. So highly recommend Lyft to people. So that was
Sponsored by
great.
Lyft.
That was great. And then yesterday while I was at work, I scratched my right ear and couldn't hear out of it for the rest of
OSHA. File an OSHA.
No.
How do you scratch your ear at work?
No. Shut up. So I couldn't hear, and then when I got home, my left ear plugged. That's why I wasn't on last night, because I couldn't hear anything. I literally went to sleep at 10:15 because I was like, I'm literally deaf.
Is deaf sleeping easier than not deaf
I
sleeping?
gotta be honest, I fell asleep immediately, but everything in my life sucks because my left ear is completely unplugged as of now. Earlier, it was muffled, so everything sounded like it was echoing or muffled, and my right ear is still kind of plugged. I have no idea why. I don't have COVID. I don't feel congested. I don't have any
COVID
issues.
affect your ears?
Yeah, I figured I would test.
Ear COVID.
Because sinuses and stuff. But, I have no idea why that's going on. So, yeah.
Ear
Maybe
COVID.
an ear infection, maybe something like that.
My ear
Seasonal
doesn't
ear
hurt at
infection?
all. Ear doesn't hurt at all. It doesn't look inflamed. I'm
Ear
thinking
COVID.
buildup of wax, but then why would it be in 2 ears when I didn't even
Hey,
touch the one ear and then
Dr.
it just
Fauci,
moved?
you ever hear of ear COVID?
So, yeah. So I was pretty deaf yesterday. That sucked.
Well, sorry to hear about all that.
Nah,
Congested
it's-
as all hell.
What'd you say?
I said I wasn't on yesterday because I was congested as all hell, and still kind of am.
Kevin gave that to me, I guess.
Yep.
He only lobbed it into one ear.
Picked
And
up
then
some
it
allergy
spread.
medicine today though, and it's doing better.
That's when Daddy was fucking you in one ear. That's the problem.
What?
Hey, family show, come on.
Yeah, you can't say the word daddy. Come on.
Oh, well, of course. I'm so sorry.
You must
Yeah,
say
families
favorite
can't use
father.
the word daddy anymore. I guess.
Is that because?
Fucking, no.
No fucking. That's why there's no daddies anymore.
No. That's Genesis. What'd you play?
Funny you should ask. I actually played a good amount of matches with my good friend here, Kevin. We played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, a few
I'm your
matches of
good
that.
friend.
Yeah, of course. What do you mean? We play a lot of games together. Listen, you're you are one of the people who I will probably start any co-op game with and maybe finish, depending on what our
Hmm.
track record is. I mean, some of them we have and some of them we have. Um,
We're getting there.
but yeah, we'll get there. It's okay. We'll get there eventually. We played a bunch of matches of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 beta. It was the first weekend, PlayStation exclusive weekend, so we'll
We
probably
won
be
a
doing the
lot of
same
those.
thing. We did.
70%?
We did. Yeah, I would say our win rate is probably like 65, 70, somewhere around there. We were doing good. There were times when we were doing pretty garbage, because our teammates were garbage, or we
It's
were
alright,
actually
bound to happen.
garbage. Yeah, I know I was pretty much garbage, like a good 50 to 55% of the time. But
Hey,
there's Kevin to carry my dead weight across the field. Um, but yeah, we enjoyed the first open beta weekend for PlayStation. It'll be back up this weekend. We'll probably be playing that again. Um,
Is that a deal from before Microsoft that
that
it's a PlayStation exclusive for a week?
that is a deal before Microsoft. So that is part of the original agreements that Activision had with Sony, which I would assume whenever the next one comes out, that deal may differ. As to exclusivity, maybe it might not be open, exclusive open beta.
I thought Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard was being challenged in the courts or something.
I
I
hear
there
Europe is slowing it down.
Yeah, there are some, I guess, agencies or whatever you want to call them looking into it. But I don't think it's going to slow it down. Not with the pocket that Microsoft has. They can just buy an agency out and be like, guys,
Mm,
look the other way.
Their prison pocket.
Yeah,
You
just
can't
look.
buy an agency like that, but sure, man, sure.
I'm sure they can. I'm sure. Listen,
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can. You
You
buy the
can't buy it.
presidency, you then
No,
appoint who you want at the top level, and you tell them to ignore
no,
everything.
that's not doing what he just said.
Yeah,
He
Microsoft
said
did
buy
that.
an agency, and buying a person in the presidency, that's different. You can't
Yeah, but
buy an
then they control
agency.
the agency.
okay. I didn't mean it in actually buying agency.
I'm
I'm just
pretty sure you
saying.
did because you said buy an agency.
I mean like
I may
bribe
mostly be
them.
deaf, and everybody in my headphones have everybody turned up, and I can only hear out of one ear partially. But like, I'm pretty sure I heard you say buy an
I mean,
agency.
I don't think they're going to try to be like this is the Microsoft Federal Department of Agriculture, and
I'm sure
good
they can
luck,
talk to
guys.
whoever is high enough, in the food
The,
chain there
the
to say,
deal's
hey,
And
listen,
give
definitely
them a
going to go
BJ
through,
and be
whether
like,
yeah,
it
here you
should or
go.
should not. It's
yes, I
definitely
don't think
going
it's
to
gonna
go
be.
through.
I don't. It might have some roadblocks, but like, they'll make it through. They'll just burst through those roadblocks with this 18
with the
wheeler
Kool-Aid
truck that
Man.
they have.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah, and the Kool Aid Man.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, just the precedence of
The
other
Kool-Aid Man
companies
has
that
an
have
18
done
wheeler.
worse.
sure, I guess. Yeah,
Wow.
but I think that that agreement will change for the next because remember they're taking
Not the
next year
next.
off, so we won't have a COD next year. So the
Pray
one
that we
after that,
don't
I would
change
think
it further.
they'll have an open beta change where like it'll probably be on Xbox and PlayStation at the same time. And then going forward from there, probably I would assume after that
Didn't they already
it'll change.
confirm that Sony still has deals for the next two Call of Duties?
They just said
I
the
thought it
next
was
several
3 years.
years,
Yeah.
just 3 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
next year
yeah.
counts as a year. The year
Do you
after
think
that
there's going to
counts
be a
as a
Call of
year.
Duty every year?
Now they're
There's no
taking a
there's none
year
next
off.
year. Yeah, there's none next year.
So that means no benefit for Sony.
Yeah, I mean, I think that didn't they say some standalone zombies is going to launch next year?
Something. Yeah, I don't know.
Something like that. They're not going to not have something next year, but
Yeah,
it's just
smaller
they're taking.
experience or something. They said.
Yeah, they're going to take a year off from the mainline series and say, okay, we're not doing it. But yeah, we'll see how that all unravels. I would say the next Call of Duty, the mainline one, would probably be the last one that will have like an exclusive PlayStation beta or something like that. Going forward, terms will probably start to change and things like that. But I don't know. We'll see. Anywho, um, other than that, I don't know what else did I play. I think I played a bit of Soul Hackers 2. I tried
Yep.
Valkyrie Elysium, the demo. I like that. I tried Wulong Fallen Dynasty.
Whoa.
Wolong?
Yeah.
Oh, Wolong. Um,
Hey, you're thinking
I
of
did.
Wukong.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yes. Thank you for correcting me, Mr.
Yep.
President. So I did not like Wolong Fallen Dynasty. That was okay. Just not my cup of tea. I think the president could probably agree as well. It was not his cup of tea as well.
Yeah.
And then I think there was one other thing that I tried, and I can't remember now. Oh boy, my memory helps me out here. I don't know, something else I played. If it comes back to me, I'll tell you. But I think that's all I played so far. Yeah. Other than that, haven't watched anything. Haven't seen any shows recently. I should go back to watching some anime as well. I have not watched much anime. I did finish I remember Returnal. We played Returnal, Kevin and I. I finally got to the final act. I still don't have a full understanding of that game. That game, oh my god, that game
Telling
is
you, man, starts the Tower of Sisyphus. Oh boy,
God.
whatever understanding you think you have right now, oof, throw that out the window.
That game is a literal just, it melts your brain, and I don't know what to do. I thought I knew, and clearly I didn't, and I was a fool to think I did, because Kevin and Adam were both like, yeah, you think you know. I don't know about that.
No, I went down the same road. Just ask Adam. I was like, I think I got this. And he's like, no, I don't think you do. And I'm like, no, I think I got this. Then I got to the end. And
I was
like,
on the
Reddit. I
Reddit.
got this. Yeah.
I was on the Reddit because Kevin was like, I got this. And I was like, I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
And the best part is, Adam was on the Reddits. And I don't think Adam had it either.
Oh my god.
Oh, Kevin, no. If somebody was like, give me the plot of Returnal, I'd be like, all right, what's the other option? Die? I'll take that one.
I don't know how people describe things on the Reddit for Returnal. I have no idea how they even speak on there, because there's so many conspiracy theories on there of like what this game is supposed to be.
Well, there's a lot more lore in it as well. You have to like kill bosses multiple times to get all the information on their pages. I don't know if you've looked through enemy pages, but there's like logs for all that. There's logs for equipment pages. There's just a lot of hidden information.
There's also much smarter people on there comparing like letters and like cross-examining everything, being like, well, this makes sense because of this, and this has the same initial as this, so this is the same as this. It's like,
yeah.
That's another welcome. I know you also beat Returnal. I don't know what your thought process was on that, unless you didn't get to Act 3. I have no idea.
Oh, you beat it.
Okay.
Platinum, right?
No platinum. He beat it.
I don't think... Did he get the platinum?
No platinum. He beat it.
Oh. That's not... I don't know if you're hearing us or not. You're probably doing something else, but okay. Yeah, I did Act 3 of Returnal. I intend to platinum the game, although I did not have a fun time trying to find the last 2% of what I was looking for in one of the areas. That was not fun.
Did you get it?
No. I died 4 or 5 times, and then I gave up. I was like, yep, I'm not going to bother with this right now. But on the bright side, I think Kevin and I decided we'll probably put Returnal on the back burner for right now, because we do want to go into Back 4 Blood. This is a game that we were supposed to play since last year, Black Friday, and we never got to it. But it's been updated, has more content and everything, season pass-wise. So we're probably going to get into this now. We'll see how it goes, but look forward to them maybe next week or the week after. But yeah, Kevin, what'd you play?
Oh boy, what the hell did I play?
Oh boy.
Modern Warfare 2 beta, aforementioned. I played Voice of Cards, The Beasts of Burden, for a little bit, about an hour and a half. I think I played in that game. That's fun, surprisingly fun.
The Square Enix game with the cards that.
Yeah. Well, apparently there's a bunch of them. Apparently there's like 3 or 4 of them. I went on the PlayStation Store later and found others. But this is the newest one. I don't know if the stories are intertwined. I want to hazard a guess and say that they are not, or at least not yet. Because the characters don't seem to be recurring from the screenshots. But anyway, it's an interesting game. This is not a review. I don't have enough time in it. It's a RPG, so expect a review much later after I put 15 hours or so into it, unless this is a shorter game. But for right now, it's a heavily narrative-driven game. it's almost like you're playing a Dungeons and Dragons like I don't know if I want to say campaign or one shot because I don't know how long the game is eventually going to be, but something in Dungeons and Dragons where you have like your dungeon master. There's a narrator that's giving you a whole bunch of information as like cards are flipping up and stuff, and it's really neat how they present the story. And then you have a turn-based combat system that's kind of similar to most RPGs.
Hmm.
And then you have I don't know that I really want to call it deck building because it's really not. Like it's not deck building in the sense of like Slay the Spire, but you have based on like your equipment and what monster abilities and stuff you have a deck of cards and you'll have a hand that you can play every turn. And that's how you do like your different attacks for different characters. I don't know. It's interesting. It's familiar but different enough where it feels like a new experience. Very neat.
Okay.
And for the entry tag of $30, not bad. Um, which the other games are cheaper, so keep an eye on them. What else did I play? I played something else.
You played Returnal with me, I know that.
I did play Returnal. That's right. I thought. Oh, I think we did. Did we do Multiverses this week or last week?
I think that was last week, yeah.
That was last week. All right, all right. That might be it then. I was going to play Gundam Evolution today, but it is not out today. It is out way late tomorrow night. I confused the release date based on the release dates that started circulating were not Japanese. I thought they might have been because Steam was like it's out the 20th, and like trailers are like yeah 21st. I'm like oh is it out the 20th because like the 21st is the Japanese release date and we're a day behind them? Maybe no. The release date is the 22nd, 21st for us. So Steam, good job. You got another release date wrong. Congratulations. They're not good at that.
They sound like they are.
But that'll be a tomorrow thing. So next week, I'll be talking about that.
I'll be joining in a few months, buddy. I'll be joining in a few
I
months.
know. So console release, the date that's going around for that is the Japanese date. It's real confusing. So it'll actually be out November 30th for us.
November 30th, okay.
Oh, mark your calendars. Request a day off. No.
I'll be requesting something off because I'm gonna try and play that game.
Honestly,
especially with the
probably the
Gundams
day
you
after.
told me coming. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, do you know any of those, by the way? Talk about if you do.
So the one that you texted me,
Zakutu melee loadout is obvious. I mean, it uses an axe. By the way, there's a trailer out. I think it's called like the Sortie trailer or something like that. Sortie Season 1. The Zakutu melee loadout looks freaking amazing. You swing that axe around and the G maneuver, you just like start spinning with it. And you can control yourself while you're just spinning around like cycloning enemies.
Oh Lord, you're like a spinning just death top. You're a Beyblade.
But I know nothing about Unicorn Gundam or Mahiru.
I don't know Mahiru. Unicorn Gundam's the one that I know. That's the one with the rainbow colored wings that they has. If my memory serves
It's a new type powered Gundam. It's with Saikamu.
I know in the game Unicorn Gundam has like a Gatling gun, but not like Heavy Arms Gatling gun. This is like a much smaller, skinnier one.
Oh, this is the one with the white and the red outfit
variant.
Actually. Yeah, this is like the Burning Gundam variant, but it's more futuristic looking. This one actually looks pretty cool. Okay. I thought this one was the one with the rainbow wings.
No, the wings are already in. That one's already in the game. I forget what it's called. Is that Turn A? No.
Isn't that Exia?
Oh yeah, it's Exia, I think. No,
Exia is the one with
the one.
Yeah, that's the Riser Gundam. The one with the wings is the Turn A. You're right. The Turn A Gundam. Yeah. Oh, cool.
There's actually a really freaking cool trailer that you should look up, Genesis, called the Countdown trailer for Gundam Evolution. They blend the animes that all the Gundams that are in the game are from with gameplay. It's pretty sweet. I recommend.
I'm take a look at it. Take a look into it.
But yeah, that's what I've played.
Cool.
I got one more thing. I watched a thing.
What'd you watch?
I started watching The Patient on. It's from FX, but it's on Hulu.
Oh yeah.
That is quite good. I'm only 4 episodes in out of the 5 because I'm kind of waiting for more to drop because I want to like binge more than just one 25-minute episode.
20 fucking minutes. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Episode.
We
but
skipped that rule.
That's going places. I'm excited for this show.
Yeah,
Steve Carell is doing a fantastic job.
Man.
So is whoever he's playing opposite, but I don't recognize that.
Yeah, the
Tom Hall Gleason.
dude.
Jango Fett.
It sounds like Dustin Order's been watching too. Dustin Order, what have you been doing?
We talked about it last week.
Oh, did? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I might not have paid
briefly.
attention.
You weren't. Guaranteed.
But yeah, I am also really enjoying the show. I watched, I think the 4th episode yesterday. Yeah, it's been pretty interesting. Not sure where they're going with it. This is the cool thing. Like,
Yeah.
still don't know what's he gonna do in the room. How's he gonna get out if he can get out? Like the disturbed guy is at work and nobody has any clue about what he's done, and like it's it's definitely one of my type of shows for sure.
What I like about it, I don't know if you get this vibe or not, but what I really like about it is it almost like there is a clear person who has troubles and is the patient, but at the same time, Steve Carell's character has something going on. We just don't know what it is.
Right. I mean, plus
because there's some flashbacks, or not flashbacks, but there's like some jumps into like what he's thinking that it's like, oh, where is this coming from?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could look at that as like his instinct to kind of survive kicking in. And that's why they're showing like these very, very graphic depictions of what he might be thinking of doing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of all we really can go off of now, right at this moment, because we still don't know a lot of his character. It's still just kind of shrouded in mystery, and Phil's doing really well to keep it like that, while like, still keeping you interested and yeah.
That crazy. First episode, oh my god, when it finished, I was like, wow, that was so quick. I'm ready for more. I thought it was like 40 minutes. It just flew by. And then I saw that they were only like 25-minute episodes. I'm like, oh.
I hate that they're so short episodes.
I know. I wish it was more. Like, it's so good.
There's just not that much that can happen in a 20-minute episode versus a 40-minute one.
Yeah.
What else you did, Dustin? Or anything else?
No. Usual.
Okay.
League till the late hours.
Yeah, I hear those late hours are like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's probably not for the best.
Yeah, it's not too good. Adam, what'd you do? You're last, so let's go. What'd you do?
Played Wolong. The character creator was fun. And that was the highlight.
Oh no.
I thought the combat just didn't feel satisfying. I didn't really care for it. It felt like it was fast paced, but it didn't feel accurate. Like it just didn't feel like a AAA game. It felt like I was playing a game from like 2008. So it just wasn't for me. I'm sure somebody out there might like it. The game it reminded me the most of, and Kevin, you might like it. It reminded me of Darksiders.
Oh,
only because I remember being so I don't know, all of them. because I remember being so into the aesthetic and idea of Darksiders, and then playing it and going, I hate everything about this. And that's exactly, but I like the idea of it, like a Dante's Inferno. Like, I should love this, but at the same time, this plays like ass. And I know you like those, so you don't think they play like ass, obviously. So, I'd recommend trying the demo. And if you're gonna play, try it on the frames. Don't do resolution because the frames do not remain on resolution. So yeah, bad times.
I
And
can vest
then
that frames are good. Frames are 60.
yeah,
They stay about that.
and then I tried to play A Way Out with Charmander here, but my EA account was bad, and after about 2.5 hours of resetting that and talking to one of their people, I finally disconnected it and got it up and running. But it was way too late for us to start, so ready to go on that eventually.
Yo.
Yeah.
Solstice is only $40 brand new.
I'm glad Kevin's listening to what I played.
Interesting.
Sorry.
I mean, Death Note, it is a horrible thing that you were not on playing God of War. You were running
No,
out of
I
time,
mean, he was
so-
doing his other things. Like,
Horrible.
What?
Yes.
he said horrible. He said
Yes.
horrible, guys.
But yeah, I would say you need to get back playing God of War like ASAP. You gotta, like 110%. You gotta.
A sip.
He's still got time before the other one comes out. I'm just worried he's gonna get spoiled on stuff.
He is running out of time. He is legitimately losing time faster than he can gain time. Which I don't know how you do that. But anyway, okay. Now
I think
that's
that's
out of
just
the way.
the concept of time.
I mean, but Kevin, do you have a board game review for us this week?
I do. How did
Please.
you know?
I had that sixth sense. It's usually triggered
Was
when
it
Daddy
'cause I
comes
said
near
so
me.
last week?
No, it's when Daddy tried to poke me with something in my ass. But
Okay.
Hey, banned word, we said.
All right,
Yes, please go
so
ahead.
board game for this episode. We're gonna do a quicker one to review because we got a lot to talk about. At least I have a lot to talk about. Board game this time is called The Night Cage. This is a 1 to 5 player cooperative game. Yes, that's right. One player can play this game. Where you all come to wake up, however you want to word it, in total darkness. And you have a candle and your wits and your fear. And that is it. This board game is played on a board that is just black void tiles, blah dimension by blah dimension. Depending on number of players, the more players you have, the bigger the board, but not by a whole lot. And the board is pseudo infinite. Explain that in a bit.
You can just keep going in a certain direction. It just keeps going in that direction.
It wraps around, yeah.
Oh.
If you were to walk like to the right edge of the board and walk right again, you would appear on that same row on the left edge of the board. So everybody is holding a candle. That is your light. Everything else is in darkness. The candle illuminates the space above you, to the left, to the right, and below you, not diagonally. That is all you can see, ever. All players have these candles, so in theory you can have multiple people lighting up a certain room, and that's part of the strategy. Because if at any point a space loses its light, it is lost to the darkness forever. This is an ever-changing maze, and if at any point these tiles that you keep placing on the board as you light up new areas have no more light touching them, they are completely discarded from the game. And the goal is for every player to get a key and then to meet up on one of the exit doors that randomly you'll uncover.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that exit door needs to stay illuminated, otherwise it's also lost to the darkness. And for keys, you can only carry one, ever. You can hand it off to other players, but only carry one at a time. So this is a very strategic game. A lot of precise movements have to happen, um, and it's a really interesting strategy because at times you think, oh well, if we all just hang out together, at least we'll be able to like continue to do stuff. But if you all hang out together, then the wax eater monsters have an easier time messing you up. So as you're walking around in this infinite void, you come across wax eaters, which will lash out in all four cardinal directions and try to snuff out your candle. And if they do, your candle is out until another player can move next to you with a lit candle and relight yours. While your candle is out, you only know the space that you're on. That is it. Um, if at any point in the game all players' candles are out, they are consumed by the darkness. If at any point in the game someone loses the last door or the last key that's necessary, you lose because obviously you don't have enough keys or you can't get out. And there's another loss condition we'll talk about in a little bit. But there is a really cool cardboard standee thing. It's just this giant wax candle you can put all the room tiles and stuff into. So it's like the candle is burning down as you take all these tiles out and continue to discard things and play the game longer and longer. Real nice, like that touch. Um, so the other way you can lose, every once in a while you will find a cracked floor, which will crumble away and you can choose to fall through the hole. And if you do, you can reappear in any room along the row or column that you are in when you drop through the hole.
Mm.
If there is no legal place for you to go, you wind up falling indefinitely, and you all lose the game.
So you fall through a hole and now you lost.
Yes, you fall through a hole, and if there is no other valid room for you to drop into, you are falling forever, and thus everybody cannot make it out.
Very interesting.
And these are just the basic rules. Advanced rules add a lot more enemies in that are very frightening to just think about. I haven't played that yet. It's a lot. It's a lot of more of a challenge. The rules are actually super simple. I really like that about this game. It's very easy to pick up and play. Um, Definitely one to play with people who really get into the strategy of cooperative games because you're really going to want everyone talking about what they think the best moves are to make. But of course, since that kind of is like what you need to do, you might have to play it a few times to really see like, okay, well, is this a good decision or is this not? Like, you might think that, oh, hey, this strategy is actually pretty solid. And then you play it out and you're like, okay, no, that was actually a really bad way of going about it, but this might be a better way to do it. Um, so, yeah, there's not crazy amounts of depth to this game, but it's still fun to play, in my opinion, because it's, like I said, it's a great game to sit there and challenge yourself with, okay, what's our strategy for getting through something that is somewhat luck of the draw based, since you kind of have to have certain room tiles come out, but the deck, if you will, of tiles is pseudo random. You kind of stack it in a certain way to make sure that like things don't come out too soon or too late. Um, so I want to say that like it's always possible to win, but you obviously can't see into the future. So make the best choices that you can and hope for the best. Um, I think this game is relatively cheap. I think it's around like the $40-50 range. So this isn't really that bad, especially if you like cooperative games, if you like strategy games. It has the option to be played as a single player game, which is very nice. Not many games do that, although it's making a little bit of a resurgence in the board gaming world. Some more cooperative games are coming out with an option to play alone. Um, and you don't. It's not really. I mean, it is a horror game in essence, but like you don't have to worry if you're not a fan of horror because you're just kind of got that lost feeling going on. It's not like a horribly gruesome game or anything like that.
It's more of the atmosphere that just
yeah,
creates
it's
that
an
sort of.
atmospheric game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really it. I think it's worth a look. Definitely watch like people play it, and if it's your jam, or you think it's going to be, it probably will be. What you see is what you get with this game. It really doesn't hide much. I don't expect any expansions to come out. Like I said, there's the basic rules, which just cover wax eaters. Advanced rules add in, I think, 4 or 5 more monster things. One of which is like super complicated to deal with. And it kind of just is like, oh, you've gotten a really good grasp of the basic game. Here, add this stuff in for more of a challenge because you're starting to figure out like what strategies really work, sort of deal. So the Night Cage, pretty good game. Not epically amazing. It's not going to win awards or anything like that. I mean, it's been out for a hot minute, so it hasn't won awards. But it's still good enough. It's something you should look into if it sounds neat. And yeah, about like what 40 minutes to an hour, unless your group talks a lot to each other and takes forever to come up with a plan. So
Nice.
yeah, there you go.
All right. I appreciate
Questions,
it.
comments,
Kevin.
concerns.
I have a question.
Give it to me.
I know you did. This is not pertaining to the current board game, but it's about board games in general.
Yeah.
I know you did Disney's Villainous or Villains or something
Villainous.
like that.
Yep.
Villainous. Okay. I just seen that there's a Disney board game called Sidekicks. Are you aware of what that is?
I'm aware of it, and it has reviewed horribly, so I
Oh.
didn't really look into it or try it.
Okay.
Because Villainous reviewed well. So for Sidekicks to review horribly, it's like, ooh, I don't know about this.
Okay.
So, I don't know if that answers your question or not, but there you go. That's what I know of it.
Yeah, I just saw it and I was, you know what? Let me ask Kevin because if anybody's gonna know, he's gonna know.
Mm-hmm. There is another Disney game though that I am really thinking about picking up, called Sorcerer's Arena Epic Alliances. I think this is based off of the mobile game Disney Sorcerer's Arena, which is actually pretty freaking fun. Uh, Unfortunately, a lot of the content revolves around getting yourself into an active clan or guild or whatever they call them in that game. Um, but there's still a decent amount of stuff you can do for free and just have fun with, and the board game I would assume plays very similarly. So you can kind of like play the mobile game, see if you like that, see if you might like playing that with other people, because it's like a PvP battle royale sort of deal. And if you like playing the mobile game, maybe you'll like playing the board game, and the board game is reviewing very well. So there's that to keep an eye on. That's brand new this year. 2 expansions already. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anybody else got any questions for Kevin? None? Okie dokie then. Kevin, what's next week's board game?
I think we're going to change things way up. And we're going to go with a... I don't know how the hell to classify this game. It's a cooperative game. I'm going to go with like asymmetric cooperative. We're going to talk about Apollo. This one's... I have yet to win this game. This is a very good game. At least I think it is. We'll talk about Apollo next week.
Okay then. Looking forward to Apollo. Nice. All right. Continuing with the topics at hand, Kevin, I think you and I
Is it Call of Duty 10?
both go next.
All right. First
Call
of all,
Duty next.
Did you watch Call of Duty next?
I did not get a chance to know.
Okay. No, that's fine. Did you know anything before playing the beta that you want to talk about? Because I have like a list of things before and then after playing the beta.
Go ahead with your list of things first.
Alright, cool. So before the beta, there was a few things that came out in true Call of Duty fashion literally days before the beta actually dropped because, I don't know, apparently they don't want to market the game. No, it's just a trend. I just got I like to poke fun at them. So before playing the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 beta, they had revealed Gunsmith 2.0. And while it did sound very interesting, my fear, because they sort of presented Gunsmith 2.0 as, hey, we know that attachment grinding is a problem because weapon XP, you just keep on getting it, and go through. Vanguard had like freaking 60 levels of attachments for every single gun in the game, or something absolutely ridiculous. Because they're like, oh yeah, let's put like 8 different 4x scopes in there, and like 3 different hollow sights and all sort of crap. And there's like these super minor differences between stats, and it's like, why is all of this here? If you just took out like half this shit, it wouldn't be a problem in the first place. But hey, they said no. Gunsmith 2 is our answer to the grind of weapon attachments and whatnot. And the logic here was that basically you have your base weapon platform, let's say the M4, because that was the one that they showed off in Gunsmith 2.0. You have your M4 that has 19 levels or whatever it is, and those are the attachments that are in that gun's part of the tree, because now there's like gun trees that are kind of like a tech tree sort of setup. So once you hit like, I don't know, rank 12 or whatever it is, you unlock a new receiver. When you unlock a new receiver, you're essentially unlocking a new gun that's going to fit into this weapon's tree. And those attachments that you have already received are going to be compatible or mostly compatible with the new receiver. So then you can continue to unlock attachments along that gun's 19 or 20 levels, but you can use things you've unlocked previously. And then off of that gun, you'll have another receiver that unlocks eventually, and you can do the same thing. Rinse and repeat until you finish the entire tree out, and you have all these attachments that are interchangeable. Now, me being the person that I am, I'm listening to them describe this, and I'm like, so you've done nothing at all except make it more challenging, because all of attachments. You're just now forcing me to use an assault rifle, an SMG, an LMG, a battle rifle, and whatever the hell else, just to get all the attachments to put on the first assault rifle in the first place.
I kind of figured that out the hard way when I was doing all this, and I was like, wait a minute, I have all these attachments now for this M4 that I did not have before, and it was probably because I was playing with all these other guns, and I'm like, this is not. I don't know
Yep.
if it's a like necessarily a stupid way. Like it gets me to try out all these different weapons that maybe I would not have tried out before. But like Modern Warfare 1, I just went down the list and I was like, let me try this gun, let me try this gun, let me try this gun.
Right.
Like
And
it wasn't forcing me to say, oh, I had to do this in order to get
yeah.
XYZ attachment.
And so my next fear was, how many guns are we going to have to unlock this way? Because Call of Duty games, yes, they have they have guns. I wouldn't say they have a lot of guns. They usually try to here's your fast fire rate assault rifle, here's your slow fire rate, here's your damage per hit, here's the one that has the most range that the damage carries over, or whatever. They like try to have one for every stat bar or whatever the hell, for each weapon category, and maybe they'll have like 2 sniper rifles. But if you're going to have all these different weapon trees, okay, well, maybe there's going to be more guns. I don't know. If there's not, then everything's going to be embedded in trees, and then what the hell's the point of increasing your actual account level? Well,
There's not really
maybe
much
the
point
beta
if you
would
have to just
answer
do
those
trees.
questions. Yeah, maybe the beta will answer that question. So that was my first concern. Second concern, bunny hopping. I hate it. I've always hated bunny hopping in just about every first-person shooter. There's been a select few that it's like kind of worked out in, but those are generally very fast-paced arena shooters like Quake, Quake 3 technically, Unreal Tournament 2K3, 2K4, whatever, and not Call of Duty games, because usually bunny hopping is just a nightmare, and then the hitboxes don't line up, and it's just, I hate it. But again, maybe the beta will clear that up. Hit detection is always a concern, so I was questioning that. They never really talked about it. They didn't really
That's
show off
been a
anything.
concern since like
All the time. Yeah,
Infinite Warfare even
yeah.
before that.
And then as of late, visibility of players. Vanguard was okay. Players seemed to like pop out from the background a little bit, but Cold War was awful in trying to figure out where the hell players were in some of those maps because it was just so difficult at times to discern certain models from the background. Um, Especially if somebody wasn't moving, which, like, I get it. I do get it. When you're in actual combat scenarios, camouflage is a thing. But this is Call of Duty. It's not Squad. It's not Battlefield. It's supposed to be like a quicker, more casual action game. Um, but is it a make or break thing? No, not really. But I was thinking about it. So then Call of Duty Next happens, literally the day before the beta drops, and they show a trailer for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer beta. And about 17 seconds or so into it, it black screens as it fails. GG. How the hell? So they had to replay the trailer again so everybody could actually watch the entire thing. And then the devs talked about pointless things and re-went over things they've already shared with the community. And then finally, after, oh god, I don't even know how long of them talking. I want to say almost 40 to 45 minutes of just them talking and this trailer. Finally, they have 200 or so content creators in a hangar waiting to play this game, and they take like 40 to 45 minutes just freaking talk about all this random shit that nobody cares about and show off trailers for the various things as opposed to just letting people play. So finally, they let all these people play. And their cameras, like who they're following and the gameplay they're showing, they went to like a total of 4 or 5 people out of like the 200. I'm like, what is this? What is this? Now I don't know who's like big in the Call of Duty world other than Tim the Tapman because he's the only one who like I actually watch. There were some other people there who I recognized, but like I wouldn't call them Call of Duty streamers.
Was that girl, that cheater girl? I guess the people
Yeah,
were
yeah,
accusing her.
and supposedly was cheating at the thing, but that's a whole thing that I didn't bother looking into.
Kept hearing about that. I was like, what is going on?
But one thing that was really funny about Call of Duty Next is not the actual stream itself, but if the content creators, they had a streaming computer and a gaming computer set up for each one of them. So they spent some money on this event. Um, so they were all actually streaming on like their platforms. So there's VODs and whatnot of them playing and the audio around them, and it is absolutely hysterical to watch the Warzone 2.0 ones because you can hear other players like swearing and stuff as they get killed, and people are just shouting, and it's great. But yeah, that was pretty much my thoughts before the beta happened and before I got to play it. So then after I played the beta, all right, Genesis, now I can jump in. Gunsmith 2.0, basically everything I thought of confirmed. Um, you do have to pretty much use all these weapons, so get used to that. You're going to be using all the weapons, which, to be fair, a lot of people who are playing Call of Duty games do play to complete them. So they're going to use all these different weapons anyways. I'm not the kind of person who plays a Call of Duty game to complete the whole list of challenges. I play to play the game. So this actually greatly affects me because I normally like to stick to assault rifles, battle rifles, marksman rifles, and sniper rifles. And that's it. I don't like LMGs. I don't really like the close range, super quick gameplay of a submachine gun. I want to sit at mid range, cover people, pick people off, watch the flanks, I'm kind of like the support player, but I'm also going to bait you and trade you out. So it kind of is annoying to me, but at the same time, this beta, the weapon balance is actually pretty solid. The M16 is absolute trash.
Yeah, that was
Nobody was
probably...
freaking using that gun.
I used that last day, actually.
Oh yeah, how are you doing with
Yeah.
it?
I was, in the beginning, I was doing kind of garbage with it, and afterwards I was doing a little better with it. One of my friends who was playing with me picked it up, and he's like, "Oh my god, this is great." I was like, "How are you getting these shots off on these people?" He's like, it's just 2 hits. You got it, it's a 3-round burst weapon. So the way I had it, I guess, was like, as long as you aim above the shoulders, even above like the chest cavity, he's getting 2 shots off those people, and they were dying. I was like, I don't understand what you're doing and how you're doing this, but hey, if you're doing it with my gun, kudos, great. I'm so happy you're doing that. Fantastic. Um, Favorite gun I used though, Lockman Sub. That was my favorite. I think that's the MP7 or MP5 in this game now.
MP5, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever the hell MP5 version it is. There's so many of those in real life. My favorite gun by far it's actually two weapons. The M4 was super good, and the F-TAC Recon battle rifle was absolutely insane. If
The thing has
you
a
kit
lot
that
of stopping
out,
power.
oh my god, if you kit that out right, you can get kills at close range. Which is bonkers. The only thing that sucks about that gun is it has very low ammo count. It's only 10 rounds in the mag. If you can put on a 5-round mag, but then you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel for bullets. You almost have to run scavenger with this because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that when you spawn in with like 3 magazines worth of ammo, and that's it. You don't have like a certain percentage or something like that, or doesn't like rebalance how many bullets you have based on how many fit in a magazine. It's just, oh no, you have a smaller magazine, cool. You just have less bullets now, which I don't mind. That's
Yeah, that's
cool.
how that
Whatever.
works. Because I went to the 15 barrel thing. I went 15 magazine thing with the Lockman, and it basically just gave you less bullets altogether.
Yeah. Which again, I don't mind that. That's really cool. But yeah, I really like those two guns. I think they were very effective, but a lot of the guns were actually really good. The other gun that I thought needed a little bit of help was the Lockman LMG. I forget what it was actually called. It's like the RAAH or something like that.
Yeah.
That gun, it took way too many rounds to kill somebody. Oh my god, you're just shooting forever. And it's supposed to be like an LMG. It's supposed to hit hard. Like, I don't care if it's bouncing all over the place. The recoil is not the problem. It takes way too many shots to kill somebody. But yeah, that was basically that with Gunsmith 2.0. Like I said, pretty much everything I thought of confirmed. The thing that really, really, really annoys me coming out of Vanguard, because if memory serves me, Vanguard was a lot better and different. Stat bars on guns in this game are basically meaningless. 100% meaningless. Because I have looked through every weapon in this game, including ones that you're not really supposed to be able to get to, like the Lockman series, but if you glitch your way around, you can get the weapons. Thank you, Overkill perk being broken. Uh, every weapon in this game, all of the stat bars barely move at all when you're comparing the weapons to each other.
I
Like
would agree
even
with that.
the sniper rifle's damage, I actually got my F-TAC Recon to do more damage than the sniper rifle by like a millimeter. And I'm not kidding when I say a millimeter. Like there were very few times when this bar moved a centimeter from wherever its starting point was. It's so bad. And Vanguard, like you actually had a rough idea of how much damage you were doing. I remember guns in Vanguard having like virtually no bars for certain. Tommy gun had like a lot less damage on it than say like a bolt action rifle. This game, everything's the freaking same. So I don't know who the hell is in charge of doing these stat bars. They literally don't even need to be in the game. They tell you nothing, and that is super annoying because I thought we were getting away from that finally with Vanguard, but now we're just right back to that same problem where these stat bars mean nothing, and they probably won't update them as they patch guns because why on earth would they do that? I could just go on. Thoughts, Genesis?
Stat bars, I think I can. I mean, I have a feeling they may patch that stuff out or patch that stuff in. Actually, is what I should say. Come the next beta, maybe we'll see a little bit more change in terms of like how guns are. But like, yeah, I would have to agree. A lot of the guns felt that like they should be different. Meanwhile, they weren't. Some of them had a little less stopping power than others. Like some took more bullets to kill somebody. But the thing is that no matter what gun I chose, I felt like I was all shooting the same thing, and I'm like, this is odd. This is weird. The thing I will tell you though, and it's because I have not played Cold War, so I've not played PlayStation 5 Call of Duty, like a next gen Call of Duty. The weight of the triggers all feel different on a DualSense, and that to me was crazy. I was like, whoa. This is insane. Every gun feels different weighted, especially when I'm looking down, when I'm ADSing or when I'm just pulling the trigger in general. Some triggers are heavier, some triggers are way lighter. Some ADS is way lighter, some way ADS is like I can feel I'm zooming into a scope and I'm like that's cool, that's different. I remember when we were playing the Battlefield beta. Battlefield beta had nothing like that, nothing at all. And I was like, this is a concrete difference of where Call of Duty is and where Battlefield is in terms of gunplay and how they want the interactions with your guns to feel like. Um, my my thing with the gunsmith is just it needs to be a little less confusing with all the trees. Um, I didn't know how to unlock some of the weapons. I'm like, how the hell do I get some of these things? I had to go through progression. Gunsmith needs to be a different button as well. Needs to be a little different layout to how to get to the gunsmith instead of just hitting X and then square and then going through and hitting progression. It needs to be a little bit simpler. Like,
Oh my god, it was even difficult to get to with keyboard and mouse. That's how I was playing.
I don't even know how you got to that at that point. Like,
You have to go into your loadout, then you have to select the gun. Or no, you have to click on your loadouts, then you click on the loadout that you want to use itself. Then you got to click on the gun, and then you hit R to go into Gunsmith.
Modern Warfare 1 was just you click your loadout and then you customize a gun. That's it. Like, you choose whatever gun you want at that point.
No reason for all the layers. Zero.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole layering bit of this. I don't understand.
Menus are awful in this game. Oh my god.
Whoever's making the menus needs to be fired. Like, you guys need to find somebody else. Somebody else got to make that menu, bro. Go hire somebody from, like, God, what's a good menu game? Go get somebody from Sucker Punch. They make good menus.
Paradise.
Yeah, that's a more God, and that's a.
There's
that's
so much in them, but they're so nice to navigate.
But that's a fucked game, right? That's a great game, but it's fucked. I would say go learn from them. Go learn from even Sucker Punch, like Ghost of Tsushima menus and stuff like that. Like, those are some decent menus there. Go look for those. Those are much better. The topic of this I wanted to touch on was sound design, and I know you have a lot to say about sound design with this one since you're coming from Cold War and Vanguard. Sound design for me, again, I'm playing the first next gen Call of Duty. I skipped Vanguard, I skipped Cold War, so I only played Modern Warfare 1. The footsteps, super clear. Oh my god, you could tell when somebody's behind you. And it's scary too. It's sometimes frightening. You're like, what? Who is this? You look around and it's Kevin popping his head out of a wall. He just blew through a thermite through, and I'm like, oh, hi, Kevin. And the next thing I know, right behind Kevin, he gets shot in the head, and there's a dude right behind him, and I'm like, oh god. There's just things happening all around each one of these maps sound-wise, and it's absolutely crazy to hear all the different sounds happening, especially with 3D audio in the Sony headset. Crazy. I think gunshots are also way nicer in this game. You can clearly hear distance from where somebody is shooting and things like that, so you can kind of pinpoint their locations a bit more. I found myself getting found sometimes, and I'm like, how did you know I was here? And I was like, when I hear somebody else shoot, I'm like, oh, that's how they find out I was there. Because I shot and it sounded like I stayed in the same position, like I didn't move anywhere. As far as environmental, like hopping over things, walking over glass, hearing things, definitely a step up. I think I heard a lot more things when you walked somewhere, when you touched something, when you knocked a stool over. Like in one of the levels, there was like a big bar set up. You knocked a stool over. All right, I know you're there. I'm shooting in that direction. The only, I think, criticism I have for the sound design for me is you need to have a little bit more discerning sound between your teammates and your enemies. I couldn't tell sometimes if it was an enemy around me or if it was like a teammate, because they all sound. Maybe the enemies were a little louder thumps than a teammate walking around, but there's got to be some discerning noise sometimes. I can't tell. I'm like, who the hell is walking around me? Is it Kevin? Is it mommy? I don't understand what's happening here. I don't get it. But Kevin, you go ahead and say what you got to say about sound design.
I mean, I think the sound design is really good. I believe there's a little bit of an echo effect indoors, which is awesome. I love when that happens. I don't mind the fact that everybody's everybody's footsteps sound the same and whatnot. I'm kind of used to games doing that, so like I'm biased, I guess. Uh, this doesn't really bother me, but I totally get it. They could just like muffle your teammates' sounds a little bit more because there's no friendly fire, at least not base. I'm assuming there'll be a hardcore mode that'll have friendly fire. Um, I love how there's options for nameplates in this game. No nameplates ever showed up. Uh, in fact, there's a lot of options in this game that don't need to be there. The options, I don't know if you went in the options menu at all. What a journey. There are so many things in there that I'm like, what is this even for? Why would I ever adjust this? There are things for different stick sensitivities that make zero sense. Like there's one thing that says the sensitivity of you like turning increases gradually the longer you're turning while aiming down the sights specifically. I'm like, why would I do this? um, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in there that. Mm. Uh, but yeah, no sound. I mean, pretty much sounds really good. There's bass. Honestly, just put bass in your sound effects in a first-person shooter. You got me on board.
I'd agree.
Um,
I'd agree with the bass. Add more bass.
maps. I like the maps. I think the map design is really neat. The maps are designed in such a way too where it really does allow people who have different play styles to all play on the same map. You got areas that have long sight lines. You got areas that are good for camping. You got areas that are good for somebody who just wants to run around and wreak havoc. You've got different directions you can go vertically to get the drop on people or sneak up on people who are hanging out on rooftops and things. The new system of grabbing a ledge and pulling yourself up gives you an extra little bit on your jump that you can like actually get up onto things you normally wouldn't be able to get onto in Call of Duty games. So that's cool. I don't know how useful the mechanic is where you can hang on a ledge and then take out a pistol and shoot from that ledge. That
I don't
seems kind of
know.
gimmicky.
Yeah, I don't know why that's there. That's annoying. I don't like to hang out on a ledge piece of it
Yeah.
because I could see somebody climbing up the ledge and they came up and shot me in the ball and
Oh,
I
just
died.
one.
Just one.
Um, and I guess I'll just lump all this together. Like the gameplay and the map design really do support different play styles that they mentioned in Call of Duty Next. Like their three main players. I forget exactly what they said, but it basically revolved around. It was something to the effect of like, you have your run and gunners, you have your campers, and you have like your mid-range people. And like I said, I'm basically a mid-range player. I've been playing Call of Duty since Call of Duty 1. Um, I've played almost every Call of Duty to have ever come out on any system. Um, and I really do miss the days when maps weren't necessarily this like everything has to have three lanes, and they just sort of made the environment and made it work. I think those are the best maps in Call of Duty games. This three-lane nonsense has to go. There's still three lanes basically in these games, but they're getting away from that. Thank God. Um, or at least it feels like they are, because it feels like you're actually at a location as opposed to a map being set up specifically for like competition. Uh, I really do think that games like Call of Duty don't actually benefit from map design that might be focused on like a competition standpoint, whereas you have a game like Valorant or Counter Strike, you should be developing that game and doing all the map design for competition because that is a highly competitive game. It is a very high skill ceiling and like twitch shooting uh, mechanic sort of game. Call of Duty, yes, it does have its skill ceiling. It does have, if you are a good Twitch shooter, you will be, better. That's kind of just a thing in first-person shooters. But you don't need to specifically like place certain objects in certain places just to like hamper sight lines or like create areas for people to take cover and things like this. Just make an environment and let the players figure it out. Um, but that's my 2 cents on map design for Call of Duty series. Uh, yeah, overall for this beta, really solid beta. Probably one of the better ones, if not the best one for a Call of Duty game as of late. Um, Vanguard was very questionable because of how they did the beta, and they led with that freaking weird mode of like I don't remember what the hell it was called. It was like random one-on-one battles or something, and like a tournament sort of setup. Cold War, I don't even remember that beta. I remember liking the sounds, and that was about it. This one I think was gonna be memorable though. This one
This
was
is
really fun.
definitely a better beta. I would agree with that. The Vanguard beta garbage. This is absolute terrible Vanguard beta. Um, this is Call of Duty should definitely take note on this, right? COD and Activision should definitely take a note on this and say, listen, this is how we do a beta going forward. Make sure you give everybody the liberty to be able to experiment with whatever they have, right? Secondly, don't tie your beta to some stupid modes and stupid maps that you think are going to be the fundamental of the game, right? This one, they gave us like 6 modes and then a quick play like playlist that included TDM and domination. I didn't get to play the modes yet. I'll probably play those this weekend, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But like, you have a lot of variety in what you're trying to do here, and it just lets people play how exactly they want to play. Frames were fine in the game. Graphics wise, game looks good. Looks probably better than Modern Warfare, Vanguard, Cold War. So, um, you know, Call of Duty keeps trying to step up what they're trying to do. Did we see a lot of environmental destruction? I can't remember what we could destroy. None, right? Okay. Some
Which is
of
fine.
some of the tacticals I think need a little bit of reworking. Some of them are way too lethal. Some of them are not lethal enough. Semtexes, my God, Semtexes. If you get one near you, you're just screwed. You're dead. Thermites are a little bit too powerful as well. The drill thing, not powerful enough. That thing should burrow through like 2 walls. The tear gas, not enough range. You need to have more area of effect.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. There was another one too, and I can't remember. The proximity mine, like the disc, not the claymore, but the other one. You need to buff that a little bit. That's not doing much damage. There's people who don't even have the hardened perk on, and they're not dying from it.
Well, wait. Which mine are you talking about? Because one of them isn't supposed to do damage.
The proximity mine that you put down, it like floats up and blows up.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. Okay, I didn't even
Disc
encounter that.
one. Yeah, the disc one.
There's
I've seen.
one that is a suppression mine that's just supposed to be like a concussive grenade, but proximity.
Oh no, I didn't play with that one. I know the
Okay.
claymore was there. I didn't even know that one was there. There was one where I saw somebody drop something when they died, and it kept beeping on the ground, and I don't know what the hell that was either until I
Oh,
shot
weird.
it.
I don't know what that is.
I've seen. There's a lot of things I have not. I have no idea what they were.
There's a lot.
There's some useless tactical upgrades as well, like the tactical camera. I don't see a
I don't
purpose in that.
understand why they keep putting this camera in the freaking game.
I don't get it. Also
It's too fast. It's not Rainbow Six Siege.
yeah. The other one too being the detection of like movement. You have a camera. Why the fuck did you put a motion sensor in there? It's the thing. The camera is already doing the job of the fucking motion
Oh, the
sensor.
heartbeat sensor? Yeah.
No. There's a motion sensor as a tactical upgrade as well.
Oh.
You put a disc down the ground and it just keeps beeping every time somebody's near it.
Oh, I didn't know this thing. Okay.
But why?
I knew about the snapshot grenade. That thing's neat.
That's good. That got buffed in this game quite a bit. So,
That was really
yeah.
neat. What other things were good? The shock stick is cool.
That's new. That was cool. I ended up killing people with the shock stick too. It's dangerous because you keep firing when you're near it.
Yeah.
So I killed people inadvertently, and they're like, "What?"
Yeah, that one's cool. What would be really neat with that actually would be people who are affected by that shock stick have friendly fire turned on, so that they could accidentally kill teammates, and that would count as a kill for the person who had the shock stick. So like it wouldn't like penalize you, but like you're not in control. It'd be really cool if they added that in.
Something I'd like to see is if we have areas that have like environmental things like water. Let's say there's a pool of water somewhere. If I throw a shock stick in there, do I just electrify the entire pool?
No, that's Quake. That's not Call of Duty. That's a
I
Quake
want
thing.
if that's if That'd be cool. I think that would be awesome if that happened.
But to be fair, um, I'm glad you brought that up. So none of these maps had water in it, which is interesting because they spent a lot of time with water combat of all kinds. They were showing it off in Warzone 2.0. You can swim. There are certain weapons that will work underwater. The way that they made the water, if you go down like deep enough, it's really hard to tell like where you are if you can see at
Oh.
all where somebody is, kind of in real life. Um, and you can like rise up slowly, shoot people, and then go back down underwater. You've got boats that are going to be in Warzone 2.0. You got floating mines. You got all this crap. But there's no water in the multiplayer maps, which is interesting because we have seen that before. I believe Modern Warfare 1 actually had one or two maps that had it. It was that or Black Ops 4. I forget. Maybe it was
It
Cold
was
War.
Black Ops. It was Black Ops 4 or Cold War, one of the two.
I think it was Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 had the health bars, right? Or did Cold War also? I don't
Black
remember
Ops
now.
4 had the health bars.
I think it was Black Ops 4 then. Um,
That was where everybody had a stim and you could just heal yourself every time you got
yeah.
shot.
We don't talk about that. The stim is in this game, but nobody was using it, which is really interesting.
Oh my god,
Um,
did you see that you could do the tactical revive whenever you're down at halfway through your match? So you had a perk that basically was the ultimate
oh,
perk
you
that
have
would
Last Stand.
activate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would activate halfway through the match. Quick Fix would activate like a quarter way through the match, and then that Last Stand would activate
Yeah.
halfway through. And every time I went
I
down,
don't
I
remember
could
what it's
self
called.
res.
Yeah.
Some people didn't
Yep.
realize that I could self res. Most people shot me and I was dead.
Yeah.
But like some people walk right over me, and I was like, dude, I'm self resing. I'm just gonna get up and shoot you, and I did.
That's one thing we didn't talk about. The perk system. I love this perk system. I think this is
Much
a
better.
great change.
I think this is cool.
Having the two perks that are running at all times, and then having a mid match and like a late game, I guess. But like if you're doing better, you'll unlock them quicker. And once the perks are unlocked, they're unlocked. I think it's really cool, and it makes comebacks a little bit more of a thing. There's definitely some matches where it started out rough, but then as your perks and stuff get activated and you're able to do more, you can really start to swing it depending on the kind of player you are and what perks you have slotted in. Um, Very interesting way of doing it. I actually really like that. The kill streaks in this game, I don't really like them.
They were
I
okay.
didn't really
They're
play
not
around with a whole lot, but like
crazy.
most of the kill streaks aren't doing much. Um, there was a chopper gunner in one of the matches, but like chopper gunners, I don't think are going to be too powerful. If this map design, like the maps that we have so far, if this is any indication of how all the maps can be designed, chopper gunner just isn't good. There's too much stuff in your way, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I think that's kind of how Modern Warfare 2 was in the later maps, like the original Modern Warfare 2. I mean, the later maps that came out, there was a lot of more like buildings and things to like hide in, and it was harder for a chopper gunner to just mow down entire teams constantly. Um, that's if memory serves me. It's been a hot minute. Uh, but the airstrike thing that you can call in is kind of meh. Cruise missiles are alright, but cold-blooded and ghost are, more permanent things now, and they're more powerful because they're not a base perk. So it's harder to like track people. Which, all in all, you can't. The max level cap so far in the beta is 15. It'll be 30 this next weekend, so there'll be more kill streaks that we can try out. So far, I'm not really wowed by any of them, but I feel like that's a good thing that the kill streaks aren't going to be like stupid powerful, and it's more about the gunplay because the gunplay is actually pretty solid in this game. So, and hit detection is actually like halfway decent. There's some times when like I go, well, what the hell? How did I not hit this person? But it seems to be how did I not hit that player, and it's that player that is an issue, and not the hit detection system as a whole. So that can usually be patched up a little bit maybe. We can hope, but this definitely has a more consistent hit detection so far. We'll see what the first major patch does to the game because they usually find a way to break everything.
I'm curious to see what this patch they just put in does, but we only find that out on Friday.
Yep.
Ay,
Anyway,
ay.
Those are
Yeah.
basically all my final thoughts. We've been talking for a hot minute.
Yeah. Nah, I'm pretty much done with the beta talk at this point. I'd probably give the beta a solid like 8.5 out of 10 for the first weekend.
I would give it about the same too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good beta. I'm
Yeah.
surprised at how good this beta was for a Call
We'll
of Duty
see
beta because the
how.
previous ones have not been that great.
No. They have learned quite a bit, it looks like. Um, we'll see how it evolves this weekend with the 15 levels additional they'll give us. It seems like they go back to the good beta from. Remember when we did the alpha test from Modern Warfare 1? And then we went to the open beta test from Modern Warfare 1 as well.
Yeah.
The alpha test was good, and then the beta test was just way better. We're like, why did they even bother doing the alpha?
Right.
The alpha was
Yep.
not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those are our thoughts, gentlemen. I don't know if you guys are still here. Any questions for us?
Oh.
I don't know if they're still alive. They might both be dead. So.
Well, rip.
I was alive. I was watching TikToks. What did you say?
Good. We're done with the topic.
Oh, are you? It's riveting. I have no questions.
Okay, Adam. Go ahead, your turn.
Since Charmander's here, is he still here? Did he kill himself?
I think he might have killed himself.
Charmander, speak.
Char. Sorry, Andrew.
He's muted as well as Desunoto. Well, I was going to say since Charmander's here, we're going to do scores, but since Desunoto and Charmander aren't technically here anymore, because they're muted, I guess fill time. Talk about something else.
Hi.
Oh, here he is. Here's Desunoto.
Desunoto's here, great. Where were you? What were you doing? I want you to repeat everything they just said.
I don't want you to do that.
No, that's
a beta.
What did I rate the beta, by the way? Just that's a specific one. Oh, okay. You heard that part. Okay.
Desunoto, I would not have got that. I had my headphones off, guys. I was watching TikToks. One of the creators I used to watch got deleted because he was a groomer. So that's pretty good.
Oh.
It's okay. It happened over a year ago. I haven't been on TikTok that often. So.
Are we filling time?
No, Kevin, we're not filling time. Remember how I just said? Why are you asking? Are we filling time?
Well, we still have Charmander as missing. I was asking.
Charmander, are you here? Are you dead?
He's
are
muted.
You dying?
He's muted. He walked away. Probably took the dog for a walk or pooped.
I'm gonna go find Charmander and I'm gonna rip his tail off and shove it into his mouth.
Wow.
With the flame still on it.
So. Yeah.
Here's something we could actually talk about. How about that insider who just got leaked out and now has had his entire career just destroyed.
Oh, that Dan Allen Gaming?
Yep.
All right, so for Kevin, I don't know if you heard about this.
No.
So you know how we respect the snitch? He's the guy who's leaked the state of play like a couple months ago, and he leaks every so often. Yeah, an actual leaker. Okay. A new guy popped up a few weeks ago. He's the one who leaked the Ubisoft news that Jason Schreier ended up confirming. He was called the Real Insider. Turns out he was just a YouTuber with 180,000 subscribers that was just breaking NDAs.
Oh.
And according to what I've read online, he broke at least 3.
Dude's getting sued.
From what we know, and some of those NDAs, the penalty is up to $1 million. So this man just totally threw his career in YouTube away, and also probably changed how a lot of things work for creators signing YouTube or NDAs with game companies. So that guy getting the brunt of hate on the internet currently.
You're gonna get fucked, dude.
Yeah, that guy's real stupid.
What a fucking idiot. Just get fucked.
He got caught by replying to someone without switching his account back. on Twitter. He had 2 accounts, one for the Real Insider and one for Dan Allen Gaming, whatever the hell his name was.
Just a fucking what a fucking moron. I just, you know, when somebody does something like this, it's just, why? Just what did you want? The fucking clout that comes with it, that I'm a leaker, I got to say XYZ and nobody else knows about it. Like, good. I hope that your entire career, I hope you owe millions of dollars to these companies you broke the NDAs with. I hope, if you have a wife, I hope she fucking leaves your ass.
Well, okay, I don't know related at all, but
no, it's good. It's good. I hope that happens. I hope he has a kid. If he has a kid, I hope that kid looks back and says, "What a loser my fucking father is." Good thing having a stepfather who's also called Daddy.
Anyways, so that happened.
What's happening?
And then, and also leak news. GTA 6 leaked. Like,
yes.
A lot of GTA 6 leaked. It's actually now considered the biggest leak in all of video game history. And then, of course, what's been trending on the Twitters the last day or so, maybe more, was some guy responded, some rando responded to somebody else, and his tweet went viral because he told them with such confidence that, hey, what you're looking at is the game, because the first thing done in game design is graphics. And almost every developer is sharing what their game used to look like because how wrong that guy was.
That guy was so fucking wrong.
That guy was so fucking wrong. And with that, let me pull up this. I should have pulled this up as we were waiting on you. Charmander, where were you? Were you downloading the Call of Duty? Were you pre-ordering Call of Duty because they convinced you?
This podcast was so boring. I went to re-listen to Serial since that guy just got released from jail. So I was like, let me catch up on.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready for the next trend.
All right. Well, we appreciate feedback. But also,
I mean, it's all right though. Serial's multi-award winning, like nationally renowned. So it's not like I'm comparing you guys against.
Did you say renowned?
No T at the end. No E at the end. It ends
you
with
mean
an
renowned?
N. No ED. Just ended at known.
Oh, known. I thought you said renowned. I thought you said renowned.
Renowned, though, would be like when you change your pronouns, you're like, hello, I have been renowned.
I swear to God.
Anyways, Genesis,
please refer to me
talking.
As Cloud Strike.
So the first game we're going to talk about, Destinoto, I'm assuming you're still here, even though I saw you were muted. The first game, we technically already rated because this game was rumored to come out back in, like, May. It was A Plague Tale Requiem.
Comes out next week?
No, it comes out October 18th. So nothing comes out next week that's on this list. I just want everyone to know that. I don't know why anybody would say it comes out next week.
Okay, guys, heads up.
Wrong.
It's coming out a week early. Get it next week.
Anyways,
I have insider information. I am the leaker on Twitch.
He heard everything. He just chose not to respond.
Anyways, so A Plague Tale Requiem.
Are you guys talking about the leaker?
Yeah. Plague Tale Requiem, Genesis gave it an 84, Destinoto gave it an 80, Kevin gave it a 77, Charmander gave it an 82, and I gave it an 81. Does anybody want to change their score?
Nah.
No.
As Miyamoto once said, a rushed game can be bad, but a well-delayed one has the potential to be good.
Cool.
Yes, as he once said, yes.
Okay.
As we all agree,
all
agree that this is the correct thing on the podcast, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm pausing because he said the quote, but in the correct way, not quoting the actual man. He said the thing okay. I agreed with.
Charmander knows what he said. He knows what he meant, and he knows what he said.
I don't think Charmander ever knows what he's saying. And I think he needs medical help, and one day we will get that for him, but it's just too damn entertaining.
Everything I say can be used as a Wikipedia citation, and that is correct. Char.
Anyways, the next game is Bayonetta 3. Genesis, will start with you.
Oh, Shoot. Okay, Bayonetta 3.
Well, think about the assets of that game.
See, I could think of the assets of that
think that'll
game.
bring it down, to be honest. People are so scared.
But the assets of
There's a
Stellar
family
Blade
filter.
are overshadowing that. So
Well, the
bunch of
assets of
fucking
Stellar Blade, though,
pussies.
couldn't have happened without the assets of Bayonetta first, though, you know?
Now, hold on. Does that really constitute that? Because the assets are South Korean of Stellar Blade. Or Japanese.
Does somebody else want to go first, or what's going on here?
Bayonetta 3, I'll give it an 89.
89, fantastic. We're just going to go in order. Destinoto,
Oh, man,
go.
I'm not sure if you're going to pick a fun number.
Destinoto,
just
if you're
fun.
typing, what are the other scores? 92 for Bayonetta 2, 84 for Bayonetta 1.
Wow,
I got
Bayonetta
you.
2, big upgrade.
Big
8 points
upgrade.
increase.
Big ups.
Okay.
Big ups.
So if you follow that increase again, guys, we're looking at a 100, a perfect Famitsu 10 out of 10 for
Give
Bayonetta
it
3.
80. Wait, what did you say, Genesis?
89.
You fucker. 88.
All right. Kevin?
I'm gonna get ballsy. 79.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Kevin cementing his last place.
Kevin does
But
not
also,
believe the
Kevin
assets.
way ahead on the exacts. So really could go either way.
Huh. Okay,
Charmander.
84.
84.
It's been too long. I think they're going to lose their touch a little bit. People aren't going to care as much.
See,
It's going
now,
to be better than 1, but worse than 2.
See, I think I'm kind of in the opposite of where Kevin is, where I don't think this is going to decrease. I don't think anything Genesis said about people are distracted by Stellar Blade, because Bayonetta is a franchise that a lot of people like.
Also,
I'm
don't
saying
forget that
I'm saying
Bayonetta
I was
has
distracted by
age.
Stellar
People
Blade,
like
not
the
anybody
age
else.
sometimes. Older assets. They're not going for the young assets.
Yeah. I'm just going to go with the Bayonetta 2 score of
mature assets.
92.
These have been
The
produced
young
for
assets,
years.
though.
Yeah, this is
the
great.
young
Keep
assets
talking,
are always
everybody.
tighter than the older assets. That's
Well,
the
you know when they're
difference.
like tightening up the graphics and
Tightening
jumps
up
up to
those
Zibbly
assets.
Zoobly.
They can tighten Bayonetta's assets as much as they want to. The difference here is that
Gotta
Stellar
get
Blade's
more
assets.
3D, 4D, 3D,
What are we
4D.
talking about anymore?
Correct. They could jump into the realm of 5D. I mean, we don't know
Now,
what
I
kind
want to
of
know is,
assets.
can you add a little hat wobble to that asset?
Can I add a little bit of jiggle physics to any asset? I mean, that's an ask that I know the entire gaming community has had. I mean, Kevin's had that ask for a long time.
Speaking of jiggle physics, Kevin, what's
has
your
that
score
asset.
for Modern Warfare 2?
Best jiggle physics, only second in
Wow.
physics to fish physics.
Alright, since you said jiggle physics, I just have to throw out there that when you're getting off the helicopter at the start of each match,
We don't need
your
more
clothing
of Call of
is
Duty.
freaking flying everywhere. And
We
This
don't
is true.
we don't
Yeah,
need
your
more.
clothing is
I'm
fine.
gonna go.
You should have said that in the 15 minutes you guys talked about Call of Duty.
I'm gonna go 87. They're returning with the co-op game mode and everything in this. I'm gonna go 87.
Destinoto, what's your score for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2? And please only base your opinion on their conversation that they had about the beta. You don't have to do that second part.
You said you covered
Yeah, 100%. Let us know what that is. I'd guess it's like an 83.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
Oh, for which one? The first one?
Yeah.
80.
Oh, yeah. I knew it was going to be lower.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to give the second one?
80.
80? Cool. Charmander.
86.
86. Then I'm going to go, it's 80 for the first one. Second one, add 2. I'm going to go 82. Screw it. It's my method. Genesis, what's your score?
89.
89. I can see this getting up there. I can definitely see this being one of the higher rated Call of Duties. Oh God. Genesis,
Ready.
pick a number between 1 through 10.
7.
Okay. Gotham Knights, what are you giving it?
7.
Out of 100?
No. I was gonna say a 7 out of 200 at that point. 75.
Interesting.
All right.
Interesting. Charmander, Gotham Knights.
This is the one that's not Rocksteady.
Correct. It's WB Montreal.
What did Origins
Origins.
get? Was Origins WB Montreal?
Yeah, it was, and it got a score.
Not a good one, I bet.
I think it was like mid-tier.
78.
Yeah, that's 76, 74-ish is what the other game got, so. Alright.
Yeah. And that's high. I was leaning 77.
Yeah. Desunoto, Gotham Knights.
75.
I
You
said
can't.
75.
He said 75. So I'm glad we're paying
76.
attention. 76. I'm gonna go. I want to go 60, but I don't think it'll do that.
But Tower of Babylon's Fall, 48.
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be down there. I think it'll be.
This game looks like garbage.
I think it'll be acceptable. I think it's gonna be more acceptable than not. I think Genesis is probably gonna be the most, right? Desunoto probably on par, but I'm gonna believe, and I'm gonna give them a 79 because that's the absolute highest I will ever go with that game. And Kevin, what is your score?
Getting ballsy, you know me.
You want to throw a 77 in here so it goes 75,
No,
76,
no.
77, 78, 79?
No. I'm going 64.
64. Kevin dipping that cement.
That would burn because of all the lime in it.
Honestly, Kevin might
It's
be right. That
caustic.
game really can go either way.
The Genesis just died. Baronies.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't me? Thank God.
Oh, network error. Baroni. Everybody can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, nah.
Is it just Genesis who
Genesis.
left?
Yeah.
Gone.
Well, he probably got it. He has T-Mobile internet too.
Another player.
What?
Oh. He cut out for you too?
Would you say Desunoto?
Oh.
Well.
I didn't get the network notification for him, though.
Oh,
No,
now we
hold
did.
on. There
Now
it
we
is.
did. Yep. Okay.
That part of the
All right.
state is
Then
now
there were 3.
Nuclear war with Russia has started, and they have been destroyed. Proceed to your basements if you wish to live.
That wouldn't. Nope.
Very small nukes.
Oh.
That's why you didn't see the boom.
Is there something wrong with PlayStation?
You don't see booms, but alright.
Shockwaves. You can see the shockwave on the bright light conditions or less dust. You'd probably see it before you'd hear it, due to light versus sound wave propagation.
Speed versus, yeah.
Yeah. So just get ready. Yeah, they nuked PlayStation actually. The servers gone. They're like Ukraine, mother hackers. But they said in Russia, so I imagine it was something like Suka Bliat, Sony. Because they're getting ready to make The Dictator 2, but about Putin or something, They got real unhappy.
Remember The Dictator 2? Or 1? Remember 1?
Yeah, I thought it was funny enough. Too bad, what's-his-face is a creep,
Franco?
That's right. Franco the Elder. Franco the Younger. I guess just has an unfortunate relationship.
I'm just texting them saying you gone.
That's it.
Just so they understand that they're the ones who left. Because maybe it wasn't my internet. Maybe it was the PlayStation being weird earlier.
I did say it was PlayStation earlier when Kevin first got on. That's what I was telling him. I was like, hey, PlayStation's on Rampage tonight and just kicking people. left and right. Seems like that's true. So hide your own network connection because they're kicking everyone out there.
Well, I'm not. We gotta wait for them.
No, let us pick the scores first, and they can fill in whatever we didn't pick. We're the winners by having better networks.
Verizon Fios may be down. I thought Genesis switched.
That's funny. Spectrum's not down, yet they're the worst. Call out Spectrum. Anyone in this country with Spectrum, you know what I mean. Spectrum. It's just Charter.
Telling Genesis to hop in via phone.
Guys, you can give us a call in if you got any requests. You know the number. This is WCCC CAC KCAC out of Chicago, and we're here to take your requests on Smooth Chat Night.
We're Bling Blang.
This is your host, Bling Blang and Kevin, and give us a call.
Are you and I Bling Blang and Kevin?
That's right. You're Bling. I'm Bling. That's Kevin. We're your hosts.
Bling Blang
Smooth
and
Chat Night on WCAC Chicago.
Whoa! Things are getting spicy.
Oh, no! Guys, you can't push buttons at the same time. The soundboard will overload. Oh no! Is that a submarine surfacing? Or our next caller? You're on. Looks like we got a bad network connection, guys. Maybe our next caller will successfully make it.
Who wants to drink themselves to death for a wee?
Oh no!
Oh, I'm drowning! Alright, rest in peace to that lady.
That lady, very sad. Technically not drowning though. That was it disrupted
water
all the ion transferring
or whatever.
No, it was something where like you didn't have enough salt in your body to actually transfer, essential.
She literally poisoned by water.
Correct.
Yeah,
now,
water
dry drowning.
What is it called?
Is when you are not in water, but you will have water in your lungs still after some previous incident. So you drown even though you're above water, not in the ocean. But you're walking around with lungs full of water.
Genesis is loading. I see he's joined the party, but his symbol is loading.
Hey, do we have a caller? Did you tell our screener your name was Genesis? You're not Phil Collins.
Oh, there he is. There he is. He's here.
Phil Collins, guys, on WCAC Smooth Chat.
Speaking of water, you watched a man drown.
Aruga. He's underwater.
How about you leave that part to me?
We only have 2 buttons on our soundboard. I have the oh no, and we got the submarine cue. Now
we're waiting on Destinoda to connect via mobile.
The submarine is broken, guys.
Genesis,
unfortunately, there will be no continued hunts for the Red October. Because the Red October broken.
Fios may be down. I'm not sure what's going on right now. If I'm using the hotspot off of my phone, so Verizon Fios may be down. I'm not too sure what's going on.
Destinoda is trying to load in here. He's in the party, but it's just twirling me dirling. So that's fun.
Twirling me twirling is my Scottish name.
Yep. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Twirling McTwirling.
Yeah, let's not do that. Will you do that?
Coming to you from Chicago.
Yep.
Twirling McTwirling.
Yep.
What is happening?
Well, I don't know. Destinoda's just spinning around. Kevin, we never left. Destinoda was just swirling. I don't know what the hell his phone's doing. I don't know what kind of network connection he's got with his phone, but it seems pretty trash.
Just like the man himself.
I bet he has his internet browser, like his internet still on. and his phone's
Well, it's
trying to
because
connect to
he
that.
has Chrome open to 87 tabs of hentai. They're all trying to refresh at once.
First of all,
And
that man is
that's really
smart. He
slowing it
uses
down.
Firefox. Firefox
Ooh,
for the dirty, Chrome for the business. It's
Chrome
like a
up front,
mullet for the
Firefox in
computer.
back.
Exactly. You
Okay,
got it. You got it.
okay.
As a
Interesting.
as a married man who gave me tips on Tinder earlier, I'm concerned about you. With this also popping up
Okay,
here.
honestly, I just cannot figure out how we got onto that topic. I cannot remember the segue.
It was like
I'm not
lights
talking
and
about
stuff. It was something else. There was something else.
lights. Oh, it was because when you like the archiving function.
Yeah.
I was complaining about that.
Yeah.
Guys, when you have your text messages and you accidentally swipe to the left or the right, and then it just fucking archives it. You're like, I didn't even move my thumb that direction. Why'd you do that? So many apps are like, guys, we're all about directional gestures, and this is the future. And you know what? I don't want the future. Just give me a BlackBerry.
Well,
I'm sure it works fine.
Destino's got an X on his mic now. Phone not working there, Desi. Oh, he's loading again.
Desi Arnaz.
That's your nose,
Looks like
Mamma
Genesis
Mia.
is typing in his chat, telling his brother to use data. Because that's definitely Genesis and I thinking the same thing.
I'm not sure why he would still be on Wi-Fi.
I think he's dumb.
You ever call Wi-Fi Wi-Fi,
Oh.
guys? You're
He
like, the
says he
Wi-Fi's
is.
off.
I mean, I'm literally across the street from him, so I'm using the same 5G tower that he is. There's no
You're
way
using
he's
all the
having this
G's.
issue.
Using all 5 of them.
Jeez.
You need
I
to
wonder
drop
if
one
his
G so you're
mobile
on
app is
4G.
updated. I wonder if his mobile's app's updated.
He's a mobile app.
You're using up 2 G's in your name alone.
Do you think the
Interesting,
guy
okay.
from Black Eyed Peas
I hate myself.
is doesn't like that they're called apps because his name is like Apple D Apple, and he's like, that's me.
No. Whatever you said, no.
Why
Well,
does he have a
I'm
name like a
broadcasting
Pokemon?
again, but I don't know what
Broadcast
quality
me,
this
Daddy.
thing is going to be broadcasting. Yeah, I know, Daddy, I know. I have no idea what the hell this is
Who'd
going
win
to be
in a fight,
broadcasting in.
Squirtle or Snorlax?
Squirting up my anus.
We got my stream and stuff, so we're good on that.
You heard me, Daddy. You know what I said.
Hey, that's a banned word. Kevin's a family man. Don't use that to him.
Those insect killers. That's the banned word.
What?
No, not that one.
Frank,
You
Steve,
did connect.
hey,
Hey,
did
you're
we
here.
just get some contact? Hey, you've called into Smooth Chat on WCAC out of Chicago.
We are bling blang Kevin, and I guess Genesis now.
No, Genesis is one of our call-ins.
Oh, we got
He's
two
still
call-ins at the same time.
Yeah, we're gonna bounce them off each other, and they don't know each other, but it's gonna be good, guys.
Well, it's too late.
Let's
They
see
know
how
now.
this goes.
And which one's the
Destinota, can you hear us okay? Are you good? Are you...
I was going to tell you, just use your phone as a hotspot and connect to PS5, because the speed's working just fine for broadcasting and also online.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. He's here. We're going to continue. All right.
What did Kevin give?
He's doing that right now. I guess
Kevin
we'll wait.
give the,
I guess we'll wait, because it's probably going to disconnect a little bit.
That's fine. What did Kevin give the score? I didn't even hear what it was. He said he was going to go ballsy.
64, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. I was going to say 69.
Yeah, real ballsy.
Okay, too ballsy.
He might disconnect in a minute, though, if he's doing the hotspot thing. But again, the hotspot doesn't disconnect the data, so he might actually be reconnecting the PlayStation
Twister.
5. There he is.
Yeah, but he's not in the
get
party
that
yet. Kevin, we did. We don't care. We're busy. We're doing stuff. We're doing stuff.
Yeah, we're doing the hotspot Twister.
Okay. There he is. All right, let it load. Let it load. It's taking a moment to load. Still loading.
Quiet, you're loading.
Speaking of 69 loads.
I'm not too sure what happened with Verizon, but looks like they're just fucked.
I thought you switched to T-Mobile internet.
No, for this I still have Verizon here.
I thought you said you did. Didn't you say you did?
No, I gave it to my dad. He's using it for his business.
Oh, yeah, you did say that. Okay. That's my bad. That's my bad. Anyways, Destinota, you good?
Yeah.
You hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Great, because you were picked first. That's why we waited. If you weren't picked first, we wouldn't have waited. The game is Mario and Rabbids 2.
Ooh.
What is the score for Mario and Rabbids 1?
He'll tell you in a second. I think he's trying to type on his computer, not realizing that his internet's out.
It says that you have no
85.
connection.
85. 85 is the score for the first game. No idea what he's typing since he has no internet.
Um, 86.
86.
You left the wrong one again. I don't know what happened there.
It doesn't matter. Why are you coughing now?
Cough.
I had that issue, remember?
Sucking too much dick?
No, my fucking game crashed. What the hell?
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, he swore.
I'm gonna go 88. I'm gonna go 88. Kevin, keep talking by giving me a score for Mario and Rabbids 2.
Alright, you got it, man. I'm gonna keep on talking. And my score is an 82.
82. Genesis, you want to know what rhymes with 82? Your score better. It doesn't have to.
What is this? You don't know Jack?
83.
Kevin, your jokes, all hits tonight. No one's laughing at them, though. Just, I want you to know that we like them. We just don't have time. I'm trying to get through this before Genesis and Destinota disappear into a void. Now, Charmander, or Bling, I don't remember. What's your score for Mario and Rabbids 2?
85, son.
85. Thanks, Dad. Next game. Genesis and I were big fans of the first one, or we liked it enough. New Tales from the Borderlands is coming out October 21st. I guess I'll go first. I don't know what the hell the score for the first one was. I'm going to look that up, and I'm sure everybody else is curious. We're filling time. 86, Jesus. That team is real high.
Yeah, it was.
Who the fuck is Dylan?
I'm gonna give it an 83. Genesis.
Someone doesn't think Fire Strikes Twice.
Well, the first one was made by Telltale. Telltale really no longer exists. This one's done by Gearbox and in-house Gearbox people, who are also not the Telltale writers. So I do think there's going to be a little bit of lackluster there.
It's gonna be a Borderlands 3 level of writing,
this one's
guys.
going to be compared to the first one heavily, and the first one was such a surprise hit that I do not think that it's going to be as good. So yeah, there's a method to my madness. Genesis, what's your score for New Tales from the Borderlands?
78.
78. Someone's with me. Charmander, New Tales from the Borderlands.
81.
81. Kevin, New Tales from the Borderlands.
87.
87. He thinks it's gonna be 1 point better. And Destinota. New Tales from the Borderlands. One more time? What'd you say? Is he gone?
He's dead.
Oh, Borderdo.
Hello?
You're okay. Just say the score. Say nothing else but the score.
83.
83?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How come his laugh comes through fine? I don't understand.
He's a funny man.
He's a funny man. That's what that means. The next game is Resident Evil RE-verse. I don't even know if this is going to get rated. I assume it will be. Genesis, do you think this will actually be rated?
I mean, it's not a separate game. It's like a Resistance. Resident Evil Resistance did not get rated because it was part of Resident Evil 3, but it's released separately, so maybe. I don't know.
All right, so everyone, we still take scores, but grain of salt, just imagine this might not exist. Genesis, since you're the biggest fan, I'll let you go first.
Hell yeah. 85.
85, all right. Since Genesis is the biggest fan, anybody who wants 85 is up. Genesis will then have to change the score. I'm just kidding. That's not a real rule. Desunoto.
That's enough.
No, it's a horrible rule. Desunoto, RE-verse.
Oh, what was the score just now?
85.
Oh. 82.
82. Kevin.
I'm gonna go with 63.
63. And Charmander.
71.
71. I'm gonna go with a solid 78. Nah, 76. And then I'm gonna go first for this one because this game is near and dear to my heart. It's called Scorn. And I've waited years to give Scorn a score. I still don't think it's going out the 21st. Exactly 1 month from today. But I will give it. After all these years, a 75. We'll go backwards. Charmander. What was that?
Have we seen more trailers of this game?
Nope.
Like, we haven't seen anything of this game, right?
Not really.
No marketing, no trailers, good.
Yeah, a little bit. 81?
Yeah.
Kevin!
Is Dead Island 2?
What?
What game are we doing?
You think I said Dead Island 2?
I have no idea what you said.
I said Scorn. Scorn.
Oh, Scorn. Okay. We'll do 73.
Fun fact, Dead Island 2 doesn't come out till next year. Desunoto.
Mm-hmm.
The other scores were 75, 81, 73.
76.
76. Genesis, what's your score for Scorn?
60.
60. Bold. Very bold. The last two games, Charmander's probably going to hate, so he'll go last. Kevin, Signalis.
The hell is this?
It's your problem, not mine.
How do you spell this game?
Signalis. Signalis.
Signaling daddy's ass.
Do you spell it with a P or an S?
Sure. We'll just do like, I don't know, 80. That sounds good.
80. Genesis. Signalis.
70.
70. I'll go next. I'm gonna go a solid 82. Why not? Desunoto.
Which game?
What? Open your ears. Signalis.
Signalis? What the hell is this game?
How do you even spell that? Signosis is that one studio that shut down years ago.
I love how I asked this question.
Yeah, he knows. That's why he asked. It was a joke on my open your ears. We got it. It's very funny.
joke.
Like Kevin will appreciate it later.
Remember when
What joke
Sony
did you
had
expect?
Psygnosis and then they shut them down despite being around for like 30 years?
Sony
Fuck
does that.
Sony,
Get
am I
over
right?
it. Yeah, Microsoft shuts down more. Destinoda, what's your score?
So
78?
yeah.
All right. What's your score?
My God.
He dead? What happened to him?
He's dead. He died.
That was his dying
Charmander killed him.
Charmander, what the hell?
That was the sound of Charmander dying, and Charmander needs to now go to the
No, that
focus
was just
center.
him saying Charmander.
Oh. I still have no clue what it is. So, Adam,
If
what
only
was your
you had a
score?
little computer in your pocket.
I tried searching this in 3 different spellings, and the closest I got was Psygnosis, the former
What? It's
Sony
the
studio.
word signal and IS at the end. We'll give you a time. SIGNALIS.
Well, I tried spelling it with a P and a Y.
Why would you
So-
have a P? I heard you say P, but I
It's
thought
not-
you were messing with me.
No, I does like Psygnosis and psychology and all that other stuff.
Signalis.
Oh, yeah, this looks bad.
Signalis.
Technology.
69.
69. All right, and then the last game is also called The Last Worker. I'll give everyone time to look that up before you even ask me. What is this?
What is it?
to Last of Us.
You want me to spell The Last Worker?
No, I didn't say spelling. I just said tell me what it is.
It's a first-person narrative adventure centered around a struggle in
That
an
makes no
increasingly
goddamn
automated
sense.
world.
What the hell is a first-person narrative adventure? Are we talking like Finding Ethel Crane? Or are we talking like
Finding
You know,
Evil
Call of
Crane,
Duty.
that's not the name of that game.
I tried?
Oh, hold on, this game might have been delayed within the last couple weeks.
It's in VR.
Uh,
The VR title for Oculus
Yeah,
Quest,
it's
guys.
2023.
They delayed this son of a gun, son of a bitch. Well, never mind then, guys.
The developer still says release 2022.
No, on their Twitter they changed it. So that was the last game was Signalis.
but, well,
Son of a
we all know
biscuit
who
and
sucks.
cheese.
It was them.
That's a game with like J.K. Simmons in it and stuff. So
I'm J.K. Simmons, and need pictures of Spider-Man.
Naked on a terrace.
What?
what?
anyways,
Spider-Man!
includes the games that we needed.
Spider-Man!
I don't know about
Pictures.
the naked terrorist thing.
If Spider-Man's naked, as long as you can tell he's Spider-Man, I'll take him. Pictures!
You'll know
Spider-Man.
he's Spider-Man because he can shoot webs out of his dick.
It only makes sense. That man is a pervert and needs to be arrested. Get me pictures of Spider-Man.
Wrapping his cock around with some webbing.
What are these lines and impressions?
Spider-Man.
Is the show over?
There's no show. This is a newspaper out of Chicago. Smooth
It's
Cat,
not where
a
Spider-Man
newspaper out of
is.
Chicago. And who needs pictures of Spider-Man? I'm your editor, Blang.
Thank you, Blang, for your time.
All right, that's all. Is that all the scores?
happening?
That's all the scores. You guys want to talk about Call of Duty for another 7 hours?
No.
I want pictures of Spider-Man.
I want
Ca-
rumors.
Kevin, Genesis, you got any rumors?
Oh, jeez. Hang on.
Oh my god.
Well, Let's see if
I'll
this,
fill time.
let's see if this phone
Apparently,
will hold
Solstice
up.
is bad. GG.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't have very good reviews.
That's not good.
What's Solstice? Did we rate that?
Probably. It was at like 69 or something.
Oh, we did rate that. Ooh. Ooh. If it's at 69.
I forget how we did our reviews. Is it always PlayStation 5?
Whichever one has the most reviews.
No.
PlayStation 5
No, we changed
available.
that.
Hold on. If the PlayStation 5 is available, we go PlayStation 5.
75 then.
If it's 74. If it's if on the Google it says 75, but if you click into Metacritic it's 74. I hate Metacritic, it does that. Always have to click into it. Sometimes it just don't load.
It's
also,
OpenCritic, but it doesn't have enough.
OpenCritic I would like to use, but OpenCritic tends to skew higher, and it's because it weeds out like a lot of troll sites and like some actually critical sites. So there's a whole issue with OpenCritic. But what we do is, if PS5 is available, we go for PS5. If it's PS4, PC, and Xbox Series X, we will go for PS4 because that's what we can still play it on PS5. And if there's no PS4 version or PS5 version, there's a PC version, we go for PC. And if it's nothing else, then we go with whatever has the most.
Yeah.
Like if it's only Switch and Xbox, then we go with whichever has more. Those were rules we had laid out in the beginning. Don't say okay to that. There's nothing to say. There's no reason to say okay. You already agreed.
I meant okay that I...
No! I will
You say okay if you want to, Genesis. I'll let you.
I got rumors ready, so...
Okay.
Not many, but I got some rumors ready.
Excuse me.
This is not a rumor, but I figured
I got some rumors ready. Let's start with no rumor.
Well, because
sorry, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
Confirmed
I'm sure it makes
today.
Sense.
The EA Iron Man game. Nobody mentioned that before, so I know EA Iron Man game by Motive and Marvel is now in development or officially announced. That is looking very, very good. I want to see what it's going to look like. I want to see what if EA fucks this up. If they fuck it up, okay then. I
wouldn't say it's looking very good. We haven't seen anything, and also the only details we know is it's EA really. And single player is nice. Single player, third person, whatever. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Yeah. Okay. First actual rumor. God of War Ragnarok PS4 size leaked.
92.
92. Yeah.
Nailed it. Okay. What a guess.
92 gigs of data. Actually, it's
is it really 92?
No, it's 90.6.
Damn, I'm so close.
You're real close. 90.6 gigs of data for PS4 Ragnarok. I would assume the PS5 version is probably going to be like 20 gigs less. Generally, compression works real good. Maybe 20 to 30 gigs less, I would assume.
Wasn't Horizon Forbidden West more than the PS4 one? I know some games are more and some games are less. It's weird.
But yeah, that's that. Any comments? Okay. Next one. NVIDIA employee comments on the existence of the Tegra 239, the SoC likely to be used in the Nintendo Switch 2. This chip was rumored since 2021. It's been apparently being in development for next generation Nintendo Switch. The comment is nothing that we need to really read because it's nothing that pertains to the Switch. The reason why they're saying this is for the Switch is due to the earlier leak from 2021, but it's being brought up again by an actual NVIDIA employee this time. So this is maybe pointing to a second generation Switch that we may be seeing in the next year or so. I remember we had a talk about this on the podcast of like, hey, when do we think we're going to see the next Switch because the OLED got announced and all that. if there's a Switch 2, I'd be surprised if it's 2023, considering Zelda is coming out next year as well. I mean, I would say maybe 2024 for that, but Tegra 239, it's an 8-core ARM Cortex. Basically, it's the same par as like some of the high-end smartphones now here. If you look at the Steam Deck, I think that's still, in terms of computing power, ahead of what a Switch or even a Switch 2 would be between those two. So I don't know what the power is on that, but I would assume Switch, the Steam Deck is still more powerful. Any comments? No. Yes,
I don't think Switch 2 is. Yeah, maybe 2024, probably later. Like the Switch is still selling, so I don't know why they would.
Yeah, that's what I'm really thinking.
PS5 starting to overtake it in the NPD. Like it actually is still making them money. It's still doing great. So I don't see that coming out for a while.
Right. Okay. Next one I got. Sackboy at Big Adventure game icon popped up on Steam database. There's a screenshot of somebody playing the Sackboy game on a Steam Deck with a laptop in the background playing Returnal. That is... I hate that, but I guess that is always good for Sony if they can have more of these games appear on PC. I remember there was a leak showing Returnal popping up on there. I think during one of the press conferences that was just done recently, somewhere they had Returnal playing in the background or something like that.
It was a game developer conference thing that
that's what it was.
Housemarque, they had
GDC,
like a thing for and then it was also in the NVIDIA leaks. So was Sackboy.
Yes. Yeah.
So probably will happen. I am so curious to know how much Sackboy sold. Because I don't think that ever cracked the top 20 games on NPD. But they keep
you don't have actual numbers on that?
Not that I'm aware of. Like I don't think Sony ever released official numbers, but they keep making costumes for it. So that I know the developers are contracted out for. I mean, it's been 2 years now since the game came out, or coming up on 2 years, and they just released a tome skin for it.
Oh, for the PS Plus game?
For Sackboy. Yeah, they released a tome skin from the game Tome that just came out on PlayStation Plus.
Oh.
And Sackboy, I have no idea why. They just keep releasing skins.
That's nice.
Hannibal Lecter is happy.
Wouldn't that be more Buffalo Bill?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Next one. Jeff Grubb says, do not expect any Bloodborne updates. He says, From Software is too busy supporting its latest open-world RPG, Elden Ring, with post-launch support that it has little time to actively work on anything related to Bloodborne at that moment. He also stated that the code used to develop Bloodborne is problematic in a way that Sony wouldn't be able to assign a remaster or PC port to any other studio without From Software working on it. So there's all those rumors of,
I don't believe that. Because modders have already gone into that game and changed things. Like people...
Well,
there's
the same thing about every single From Software game, like Dark Souls, especially Dark Souls 2, which was almost unplayable on PC, and then that one guy did it enough to the point where I think he's even been hired by From Software as a contractor before.
Yeah, I don't know about From Software needs to help out. Give it to Bluepoint; they'd figure it out.
I would agree with that. I think Bluepoint would be able to figure that out pretty well. Bluepoint's good for doing all that. Any other thoughts, comments, concerns?
Kevin, you want to do rumors, and so far you've commented on none of them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, next one. Sony is apparently trying to launch a new PlayStation 5 with a detachable disc drive. This was also sent in by Adam earlier today in the chat.
Today?
So summing it up,
It was totally not today.
Yesterday?
I think so.
Oh, because it's also 12:43 already? Oh, maybe it was yesterday.
Well, in that case, it was 2 days ago.
I don't know if that was 2 days ago. But anyway, to sum this up, they're looking to set this overhaul in the middle of fiscal year 2023, with the new console launching around September 2024. And then they have basically it's supposed to replace the A, B, and C chassis that have been in production since the console launch. This is currently named D chassis. It will have almost identical hardware to the existing consoles already on the market. It will just have a detachable disk drive that will be connected to the PS5 using an extra USB-C port on the back of the console. I don't understand why this would be something that they want to do. I don't see the point in this. I think this is a waste of money and, frankly, a waste of resources.
How is it a waste of money?
I don't understand why you'd buy this. Like, either you just buy one of the disc drive or don't. I mean, most people are buying with the disc drive. The digital sales, I think, of this are very small compared to disc drive sales. I don't know why you'd buy a detachable disc drive.
I think digital is more popular than you think.
It's maybe more popular than I think.
I think disc is still.
Versus...
I think disc is still the main, but I think digital is much more popular. But I think an option of having like, no, I want digital. You know what? I only need one. I only need the disc drive for 2 games. Okay, pop it on. All right, take it off. I don't want to look at it. Like, honestly, I don't. Depending on the pricing and everything, I don't hate this. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. I have no idea.
No.
What Sony gains other than cheaper manufacturing, probably, which still looks really bad with all the price increases. But whatever. Company gonna come.
Desert, I think internet's back up, just so you know as well. I see white lights popping up on my router. I don't know as well. I just doesn't seem like anything. I'm like, just work on PS6 at that point. Why are you working on a detachable disc drive for a PS5? Or
what kind of slim?
You know what? Sure.
Or a Pro.
Or sell it as an accessory. Why would you make an entire godforsaken console? Just sell a detachable disc drive as an accessory. You can plug it into the USB-C in the front.
Yeah, that's what I said. USB 3.0 is more than fast enough to beat a disc drive transfer speed.
You don't need to make
at least over SATA and such.
Yeah, but then you take that port.
Making it just a console that has a detachable, and they already have 2 consoles, a non-drive and a drive version.
Well, they could be.
You with just an unattached drive is a weird.
This could be the replacement for the current PlayStation 5. This could be like what they want to do instead. Like, hey, you want a digital edition? Here. You want the PS5? It comes with this, but it's also detachable. Like, this could be how they just phase out the current disc model.
I would have to say this one looks way better.
That doesn't make sense.
That's
the weirdest idea I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing that it's weird. Well,
I don't think it's real.
I mean, I don't know. It's real. I don't really have any thoughts on this, honestly. Like, on if it's real.
You said it, so you had thoughts. You're like, I should share this.
No, I saw it and I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. I didn't read it. And then you responded, and I was like, this is too long. I can't hear. I'm not dealing with this.
Right.
I'll tell you what's too long. This weird bike riding section in Final Fantasy VII. What the heck? Why am I riding a motorcycle? What the hell is going on?
That's an awesome section.
I don't understand. Am I playing Akira now? Is this Akira? Am I Setsuo?
You think the only Japanese people who ride a bike is Akira?
But I mean, yeah, I've seen Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, and there was no bike riding.
Good point. Good point. He's
But
raising
there
a lot of
was
good
plenty
points.
in Akira. So
Raising a lot of good points. Your
Okay.
move,
Good.
Japan. Your move.
and they can move faster if they use motorcycles.
Bunch of squid kids over there. Your move.
Good. Next one. According to Jeff Grubb, Xbox originally planned to release 9 exclusive games in 2023. This is based on an internal schedule from 2021-2022. The games were Hellblade 2, Perfect Dark, Fable, Contraband, Avowed, Everwild, and a new game from inXile, Compulsion, and Coalition, not Gear 6.
And a scale remaster.
So not that Red Dawn game or whatever the hell it's called?
No, it's not that.
I mean, plans change. I'm sure the pandemic and stuff.
Uh-oh. There goes one Mikami.
I mean, I'm surprised if they thought Fable was going to be a 2023 game. That game is not going to see the light of day until probably 2025.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, yeah, I mean, I agree with you, but like, I don't. Yeah, their plan. I mean, I know they were trying to be aggressive with stuff. I honestly think Halo really taught them a lesson. I hope it did at least.
Well, they're still working on it, so I don't know if they've learned their lesson yet, eh?
Well, yeah, but I think
they're
it's
still working on the freaking Halo Master Chief Collection on PC, so you know.
Well, I think Halo taught them a lesson, as in like they're like, okay, put out games when they're done, not when they're this fucked up.
I mean, that's super fucked up.
That kind of goes without saying. But
that game is totally fucked up.
Yeah, but I have to imagine they had to learn something from that, and then
also,
just plans change.
Avowed just went through like a development hell. It's still going through development hell, from what I understand, or is that Everwild? One of the two of those.
I think it's Everwild. Avowed might also be doing something. There's the thing we talk about. The thing we always talk about with the Xbox stuff is like, wow, they have a lot of upcoming games, but none of them have none of them have like a real trailer. None of them have any real concrete information. Some of them just have like a year, and those years are coming up, and I don't think like that. There's Xbox games we know of that probably won't see the light of day until 2028. Like, which is wild.
We have one coming out next month that we have almost no media presence on at all. And this is an Xbox exclusive. I mean, an Xbox console exclusive. But, like, also, what's that other one? Stalker? Stalker is probably indefinitely postponed.
Because Ukraine got invaded.
Yeah, it is. According to the devs, they're not. That game is. They're giving pre-orders back to people. That game is definitely postponed.
When did that happen? Because they just moved to Paraguay or wherever the hell they went.
Malta.
Very recently.
A couple weeks ago at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just indefinitely delayed. It was originally December. Now it's just delayed. They don't have a date. They're saying 2023. No time frame. Nothing. It's.
Wait, is that Star? Is that Hearts of Chernobyl?
Yes.
Yeah, Kevin, we talked about that.
Yeah, they've given refunds to people who have pre-orders. So this is. I don't know if this is still going to be made. That's one thing, obviously. The fact
that game's on everything.
Hellblade, well, Stalker 2, no, that's only Xbox.
No, it's
Xbox
not.
and PC. Yeah. There's no PS. I don't think there's a PlayStation.
Only Xbox and PC.
Is it?
Only Xbox PC.
Oh yeah, look at that. What am I thinking of something?